All right, a lot of you are asking, why is my daughter being raised in the Iblp? I'm going to be honest, I'm probably going to have to make this in several parts, so bear with me. So my daughter was born May 26, 2017. It was a really traumatic birth. She was born with no heartbeat and not breathing. It took doctors 34 minutes to resuscitate her. She was placed on life support in a cooling blanket. She was not expected to survive. She spent 14 days in the NICU. The first year of her life was nothing but doctor's appointments because we didn't know if she was going to have permanent effects from the brain injury that she suffered at birth, which was called hypoxic ischemic encephalopathy. Why does that matter, you ask? Because of that traumatic delivery, I experienced severe postpartum anxiety and postpartum depression, and I was placed on medication for it. So one of these side effects from the medication I was taking, which is Klonopin, was I would sleep eat. Yes, I would eat in my sleep, and I really wouldn't even be aware of it. August 28th, 2018, about 3 in the morning, I woke up from a severe panic attack and took my medication. And then I proceeded to fall asleep. And then apparently wake back up and then proceed to eat an entire box of Swiss cake rolls while I was apparently asleep, and then fell back asleep with Swiss cake rolls still in my mouth, on my back, which I aspirated into my lungs. Now, over the next couple of hours, my body basically began to suffocate itself and poison itself, because aspiration is when something gets into your lungs and your lungs can't expel it. And basically, your body can't expel carbon dioxide. So you start to get carbon dioxide poisoning. That morning, my 84-year-old grandmother got up and she found me, and she then proceeded to pull me off of the bed because I was not breathing and my heart had stopped. She performed CPR on me for 6 minutes, breaking 3 of my ribs until paramedics arrived. Now, because of this, I spent 7 days on life support and I suffered brain damage from this. My daughter was 15 months old at the time, and social services got involved and said that my grandmother was too old to take care of her, and that I either needed to sign her over to my aunt and uncle or she was going to go into foster care. So I basically signed her over to my aunt and uncle because I didn't want her to go into foster care. I knew that I couldn't physically or mentally take care of her while I was recovering from this brain injury. So I was promised that as soon as I was back in tip-top shape and had everything together, that my daughter would be returned to me. So after 2 years, I bought a house. I had graduated with my first degree, had literally gotten my life together, and my aunt and uncle said, nope, we're not giving her back, and you're going to have to fight us for custody. And they brought up every single thing that I have ever been through in my entire life to use against me. Not to mention, they are in the Iblp. They are very wealthy, have unlimited resources and money. But I fought, and I fought for 5 years. I spent over $100,000, went through several lawyers. I went through so many drug tests and passed every single one, including fingernail drug tests. So before anyone comes and try and say that it was because of drugs, no, it was not because of drugs. Was that used against me? Yes, because I am an addict in recovery and I do have a history of addiction. Yes, that was used against me, but that was not the case with my daughter at the time I was fighting for custody of her. So in the end, my aunt and uncle won custody of her. My rights were terminated. I'm not allowed to have any contact with her. The pictures that I managed to see of her, I have friends that send them to me that are friends with my aunt and uncle on Facebook, and they'll send them to me every once in a while. She'll be 9 this May. I send her packages a lot. I don't know if my aunt and uncle give them to her, but maybe they do. Maybe she knows that she's getting them. But yeah, so that's the story of why my daughter's being raised in the Iblp.